Hello there, my little darlings. How are we doing today? Okie dokie. So we're going to get started on our Mrs. Lilly is Silly. Eyeballs on. And I believe we're ready for chapter 5. Ms. LaGrange is strange. Andrea grabbed her notebook and a pencil. Then we went slinking down the hallway like secret agents. It was cool. "Isn't this exciting, Arlo?" said Andrea. "We're like real investigative reporters. I hope we get some good interviews." "I have an idea," I said. "We should sneak out of school and go home. Then I could play video games for the rest of the day, and nobody would ever know we were gone." "Shh," Andrea said. "I think I hear somebody. Hold my hand." "I'm not holding hands with you," I said. "Reporters do not hold hands." "They do if they're in love," she replied. Disgusting. I thought I was gonna throw up. We snuck around the corner where I spotted an open door. "The vomitorium," we both said. The vomitorium is, of course, where we eat lunch. It used to be called the cafetorium, but then one day some kid threw up in there, and ever since we call it the vomitorium. The only person in there was our lunch lady, Mrs. LaGrange. She's from France, which is this country where they eat frog legs. "Bonjour," said Miss LaGrange. That's French talk for hello. "Lunch will not be ready for an hour. What can I do for you kids?" Andrea got her pad and pencil ready so she could take notes. "We're here to dig up some dirt," I said to Miss LaGrange. "Well," she said, "there's dirt in the flower pot on the windowsill." "Not that kind of dirt," Andrea told her. "We need a scoop." Miss LaGrange picked the scoop out of the sink. "Here, you can use this scoop to dig up some dirt from the flower pot." "Not that kind of scoop," said Andrea. "We're making a school newspaper, so we need to interview you," I said to her. "Tell us something about yourself that nobody knows." Said Miss LaGrange. "When I was a little girl, growing up in France, my parents owned a restaurant." And Miss LaGrange started telling us all about her parents' restaurant. It sounded like it was going to be boring. But Little Miss Perfect was writing down every word in her notebook anyway. Go on," she kept saying. "Well, one day I was in the restaurant eating my lunch, and it was soup. A nice tomato soup with little crackers. Ugh, I thought I was gonna die. Who cared what kind of soup it was? This was the most boring story in the history of the world. We were wasting our time interviewing Miss LaGrange. So I was drinking my soup when I saw the reflection of a man's face in the bowl." "So?" I asked, getting bored. "Well, do you know whose reflection I saw?" "Who?" asked Andrea. "Elvis Presley," she said. "He walked right into our restaurant and ate lunch there." "Wow," we said. "Now that's a scoop," said Andrea. "Let's go tell Mrs. Lilly." We ran all the way back to our classroom, and Mrs. Lilly was sitting at the computer. She had already typed the elementary century on the screen, and below it were blank spaces where the articles would go. We told her about our interview with Miss LaGrange. "Oh, that's great," she said. "This could be our lead story." Then she typed this out in big letters. "Lunch lady sees ghost of Elvis in bowl of soup." Chapter 6, The Truth About Mr. Docker.